You ever notice how Samsung's Ultra phones have had the exact same battery for what feels like a decade? Like the company just collectively decided, yeah, 5,000 milliamp hours is plenty, we're done here, and then walked away. And for a while, sure, that was fine. But then every Chinese brand on the planet started dropping monster batteries like it was nothing, and Samsung's out here pretending 5,000 milliamp hours is still cutting-edge tech. So when I heard the Galaxy S26 Ultra was finally getting a battery upgrade, I got way too excited way too fast. I imagined some wild jump, maybe a full-on battery revolution. And then, the leak dropped. And suddenly my excitement tripped, fell face first, and slid across the floor. Because Samsung's big battery upgrade is literally 5,200 milliamp hours. Not 6,000, not 7,000. Just 200 milliamp hours more than what we've had since the S20 Ultra. It's almost funny. Almost. But alright, Samsung wasn't completely asleep at the wheel. The S26 Ultra is also expected to get 60 watts fast charging. Finally, and faster wireless charging too. So yeah, at least you won't have to babysit your phone on the charger for as long. That's something. Still, when you look at what Chinese brands are doing, 7,000, 8,000, even 10,000 milliamp hour batteries using silicon carbon tech, this tiny upgrade feels like Samsung trying to join a marathon by taking one step forward. And here's the kicker, and honestly the funniest part of all this, that entire 200 milliamp hour boost, I'm convinced it exists purely so Samsung can say, hey, we still beat Apple. Because Apple's iPhone 17 Pro Max finally caught up, RAM, storage, performance, battery size, everything. So Samsung needed just enough wiggle room to keep the bragging rights alive. This is the same pattern we've seen for years. Apple does something, suddenly Samsung remembers innovation exists. Foldable iPhone leaks? Samsung releases its best fold ever. iPhone Air rumors return? Suddenly Samsung revives the Edge branding. Apple widens an aperture? Samsung widens theirs too. It's like this strange dance where Samsung wants to lead but keeps checking Apple's feet. And looking ahead, you can kind of predict the future by just seeing what Apple's up to. The iPhone 18 is rumored to get a variable aperture camera. Yeah, I'll put money on the Galaxy S27 getting one after it. Apple pushing for a totally clean display with all sensors hidden under the panel. Expect Samsung to respond, and maybe even slightly earlier just so they can say they did it first. Same with foldables. If the foldable iPhone lands with a bigger battery than the Fold 7, Samsung is absolutely going to make sure the Fold 8 comes in equal or bigger. They're not letting Apple beat them on the one category they used to dominate. And honestly, I'm not against this rivalry. If Apple suddenly caring about battery life forces Samsung to care again too, I'll take it. But man, a 200 milliamp hour upgrade after all these years, that's rough. That's like waiting a decade for a sequel and getting a 10-minute short film instead. It just sucks that the future of Samsung's battery improvements depends on whether Apple gets tired of sending people home with a charger anxiety disorder. Anyway, that's where I'm at with the S26 Ultra battery situation. What about you? Drop your thoughts down below because I'm really curious how everyone else is feeling about this. I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy, stay charged, and I'll see you soon.